Well, hello there, everybody. I, of course, am Jason Hotz, your streamer for the day. We're going to play in some Players' Cup Qualifiers. And we are going to play our ADP deck in this tournament, as we have been. And these are filling up pretty quick, so I don't expect us to have much of a wait time, so I'm not going to bother with jumping in to Stardew Valley just yet. So this is going to be our fourth tournament. And I actually want to keep track of how we do in these tournaments, so I'm going to put together a little something to keep track. We got 3 in our first, 1 in our second, and 0 in our third for points. So now we'll see how we do in tournament number 4. We get to go second, so that's a good start for us. And we start out ADP. That's also a pretty decent thing to have at the start here. Alright, so it looks like a mirror match with Zash and V on the other side. Yep. So we'll look, assuming, yeah, we'll look to hammer that water away, and then we'll look to Marnie them so they don't have this these extra 3 cards to use here. I'll probably just put Dedenne back, Marnie, but let's go ahead and get a boss's orders into the discards so we can Eldegoss V it later if we need. We can grab just a Zacian, or we can grab Mawile. That might actually be better. We'll do that. That gives us our metal going here. Yes, and we'll grab out the Dedenne just to be mean. We'll hammer for the water energy, and we got it. Nice. Go ahead and air balloon this too, so we have a free retreat option for later, and then we'll Marnie. Puts Dedenne back to the bottom, but oh wow, we actually didn't get a whole lot off of that. That's unfortunate. Well, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the metal, and then we will pass. Now, not a great start for us, but hopefully we made things harder for them. We put the metal on first, because if that gets sent to the discard, we're okay with that, because we got metal saucers to get it back here. Now, so they get the quick ball, get the Dedenne. So that's 2 they have now on the field, which is pretty good for us. Now we needed Metal Saucer and Energy Switch to be able to put one back here and then move it up and attach water, but we didn't get that. Now they Marnie. We had an okay hand for this next turn. Okay, well. Interesting. For us, actually would have been better if they had hit that hammer. Yeah, so they're going to Intrepid Sword again. That's the one bummer about Mawile instead of the Zacian. We didn't get... Oh, nice. Okay, so a quick ball. Now we can grab out Zacian. Got Metal Saucer there. We'll go ahead and Energy Switch. Burn another card before we Crobat. 6 new ones, and we get the water energy. That's big. We kind of want 2 Zacians, so yeah, we'll put the second one out. And then from there, sure, why not? We'll, I'd rather have a Marnie, but we'll research. That's fine. Okay. Hammer and try and slow him down even more. We miss. That's okay. Good enough. We will Altered Creation. So just getting to the first Altered Creation is pretty big for us. And then our goal next turn is to have a boss's orders available to grab out to Dene, hit him with Ultimate Ray. They're going to look into our hand and find out what we have. So since they're doing that, you guys can see what I have. Switch, research, 2 saucers, boss's orders. So they want to Marnie, probably try to Marnie away our boss's orders, because we're about to get halfway to winning the game right now. With the hand we have. We're going to be well on our way here. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. Our turn's pretty simple here. We can go ahead and attach for turn, that's fine, but then we will boss his orders up. The Dene, actually the Mawile probably would have been a better target, but it doesn't really matter. And then we'll just Ultimate Ray. No need to do anything else, really. We'll grab these out. Attach 2 to our Zacian. 1 to our other Zacian. And we'll take 3 prizes. We did this without playing any Dedenes, which is pretty good. Pretty good start to the tournament for us. Nice, consistent hands on the start here. Our second turn, our first turn Marnie was not exactly what I would call inspired, but now we can knock out any of his Pokemon except for ADP with Zacian doing 260. He's gonna boss his orders up something. And I'm sure he'll bring that up. So now we need boss's orders to win the game. So we're just gonna dig for that. And we actually have 2 bench spots now, which is good for us. That leaves us with Cherished Ball for Dedenne. And we're looking for Eldegoss or one of our 2 bosses' orders in here. We can Tool Scrapper just because. And then we will Dedenne and discard our entire hand because there's really nothing else we can use here. Yes, I'm aware. And we get the boss's orders. Very nice. We also could have quick balled for Eldegoss V to grab the boss's orders out of our discard, so we had a couple of different ways to get it there. Oh yeah, and we're getting Slice and Dice done too. Alright, so we're still waiting on this match. Could be up to 17 minutes. I actually have it set up here so we can Stardew Valley. This is a new playthrough I'm doing. It's my first ever playthrough with mods. So that'll be fun. And I'll try to make sure I'm muting the music during. Oh yeah, today's day 5. We get our kitty. Yay! Aww. So cute. Will you adopt this cat? Of course I'll adopt this cat, and we're gonna name her Sarah. What a good kitty. A baby. Alright. So, first day we got some crops rolling here. We leveled up. Level 1. So now we'll be able to make a scarecrow. Oh yeah, I can actually do that. That's a little easier. We're not gonna need all of these tools today because we're just gonna go into the thingy thing. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah, we'll do some watering. So I added a couple of mods. One of them is this information mod. Gives us, you know, when we hover over crops, tells us how often it works. If we put down like a scarecrow, it'll show us the range of what the area of effect is for the scarecrow. Stuff like that. Another one we added was expanded inventory stuff. There's a mod that I forgot to add, but it adds the option of purchasing a fourth tier for bags, but I can add that later because that, you know, that's after the third bag upgrade and it costs like 50,000, so I'm not going to be able to afford that anytime real soon. The big, what you might call game-breaking mod that I added, Quotey Fingers, is a mod that allows you to get energy off of sitting down. New feature in 1.5 is there's a lot of stuff that you can sit down on that you couldn't sit down on before in the city. But of course, we always had chairs. Another feature, we can put chairs outside now. So yeah, we can do this, and it'll slowly replenish our health. Now that's not really the game-breaking part because that's always been in the game in multiplayer. You can actually do this. Oh, we're going on to the next round. All right, sweet. So we'll go ahead and get rid of this. And we'll get ready for round 2. Let's go. I actually don't really mind the birds chirping, but we'll go ahead and mute it just so we don't have multiple audio inputs going on. All right, heads. We did it. We did not do it. I take it all back. It does make our first turn pretty simple, though. That complicates things a bit. I don't really want to discard all this stuff, but let's do it anyway. Actually, no. Let's Mawile. See if we can be mean. Because we got draw stuff for next turn. So we got Skyla, so he can get out of this bad hand. Yes, yeah, Pokecom doesn't help him. Pokegear might, but... Okay, and then we'll just attach an end. Because I don't really want to... Throw back to draw 2 on the first turn. It's not really that good. We're good. We're alright. Turn 1 ADP is never really all that exciting. You know, we could have dug for Dedenne and discarded a bunch of stuff and maybe drawn into, you know, something else like a water. But I don't really mean much at this point in the game for us. It's not like we're going to be able to alter creation first turn. We can't attack, so it's all good. By the way, I apologize. I'm still working on my breakfast here. Oatmeal and hot chocolate. So he's going to throw a metal back into our discard with that first attack. In exchange for putting a fire in his discard. So he's got fire crystals. He's fine with that. Grab one of those back and attach. Wow. But that's okay. Oh no, he decided not to. That's interesting. Okay. So, quick ball. Put a boss's orders back in here so we have it available for later. And I think we just we learned from our last go around here. We're gonna Dedenne instead of Marnieing. Plus, he doesn't seem to have a particularly good hand right now, so I don't want to give him something extra. There we go. And then we can Dedenne. Don't really need any of this stuff. Hammer. Nope. Let's see. But we get Cherish Ball. Which, the only thing left to get with Cherish Ball is Dedenne. I think maybe we can't Crobat or Dedenne, so nothing really helps us out that much. I mean, I guess we can Quick Ball, and yeah, we can grab Dedenne for next turn, or we can grab Zacian. I probably should have just saved it, because now those are 2 cards that aren't in there anymore. We'll go ahead and Altered Creation for now and wait till next turn. That was a little bit of a waste, actually. We'll see if that comes back to bite me at all. Yeah, we're kind of in a rough spot right now. If he gets Cinescorch VMAX and gets this rolling, because we're a little bit behind the 8 ball at this point. Because he got such a strong start with Cinescorch. Yeah. Skyla. So he can grab Welder. And he's still digging for something to get him Cinescorch. He just needs a Pokemon. Which... because he had Pokecom. Yeah. I mean... he had Reshiram and Charizard GX. I get not wanting to leave one Pokemon out there, but still, like... okay, so I'll use that to discard water. Now, that's a good move. Continue to stall me out here. He used Skyla, so he couldn't do anything else with that. Gonna be our 3rd energy switch going to the discard. That's a bummer. Actually, a bad thing to draw right there. So we can one-shot with that if we had Zacian, but of course I was a doofus and got rid of our Quick Ball. That was a bad play. Thought I might live to regret that, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and play down to Dene and we'll see what we get. Such a bummer. Okay. Do that. Yikes. Yeah, we gotta try to knock out the Cinescorch. I don't know if we're gonna get everything we need to do it, but we gotta dig for it at least. Okay, we get the Zacian. And no, we didn't get what we needed. We're gonna Intrepid Sword. One of those. Yeah, that's a little something. So I feel like there's a good chance he's gonna get what he needs to get it out this turn. No, yeah, he gets the Oricorio, so he's good. So right now he's dealing 160. We would need to get our last. I think I'm running 4 energy switch in the deck. It's 3 or 4. Can't actually remember now. Either way, I didn't get the water, so. Hey, how's the tourney going? We are in round 2, so I won round 1, but now we're struggling a little bit into Cinescorch here. Got kind of a slow start. He's got kind of an awesome start. Our only option is to try to 2-shot him at this point, and I don't think that's going to be particularly effective, but we'll give it a shot. See what we can do here. We only have 1 metal in the discard. We can attach, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to discard a 2nd metal. Actually, I only have 1 more metal saucer in the deck, so that doesn't actually help. Never mind. And then I think we will air balloon here, so we have a free retreat option. And we can't Eldegoss because we need another Zacian to 2-shot him with. No, from what I can tell, we're not actually going to have a way to energize it, so I think this game's just over. Get the metal saucer here, and is that all 4 of those? Yeah, all 4 are in the discard, and we don't have another way. Well, if we get another energy switch, maybe. Do I even have another one in the deck? I guess there's no point in quick balling to look. We'll just see what happens, I guess. even assuming we do get to two-shot this thing, that's only 4 prizes. And he's building this up, which, you know, of course is going to do great against our metal guys. Yeah, so he's pretty much got this one on lock. We only have 1 hammer in the discard, so if we get access to hammers, we could Marnie him back to 4 after he draws these 2 prizes. And we could maybe try to hammer him down, but even then we got to 2-shot this thing to win because he hasn't put down anything else. He hasn't put anything else for us to aim at to get our prizes. So yeah, we need an energy switch out of this next turn. And I just don't know if that's even in the deck right now. Another Zacian, sure. No. Wait. Maybe? Okay, so yeah, no energy switch, so this game's over. It's over! Well played. We just didn't start fast enough, unfortunately. We went first. It started out really good. That happens. So we get 1 point off of our 4th tournament attempt. We can jump right back in for another one. So I'm keeping a little stat sheet. I'm actually data. Add formula is what I wanted. Where is that? Sort, there's filter. Formulas, there we go. Insert function. Here. Range, I want to be all of A. Okay. Yeah. So we're at 5 points so far. The highest we've gotten is 2nd place in our first attempt. Would you like to go first? No, I would not. We did it, guys. We start ADP, that's pretty good. We're gonna mulligan, so we'll get some extra cards out of that. Interesting. Looks like a Mewtwo deck. Yeah, I would. Dedenne on the start. It's a bit unfortunate for them. Cherish Ball, okay. Fire Energy, okay. Put the Dene. Get Vileplume, Charizard, and Greninja in the discard. 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Wow, that's kind of cool. Welder. And that's one grass, 1 fire, so they get the Aurora energy on it, then they can do that. Ooh, reset stamping me down to 4 or 6. Yeah, never mind, 6. Thinking of Marnie, but yeah. Boy. Huh. Going straight into research. What do we get? We got some stuff. We get the water. We get the water. That's all we're using. That's so unfortunate. We didn't get a quick ball. We didn't get a cherish ball even to grab Mawile. So now I gotta discard all of that stuff. No. Oh boy. Sure, let's put another metal energy in the discard, just because we can. I think we grab Zacian with this one. Let's go ahead and hammer, see if we can get rid of that energy. Nope. Man. A quick ball. I put another metal energy in the discard. What are we up to now? 4 already? That I can't. We're putting that in there because I need. Wow, look at all the Pokemon we prized. Mawile got prized. Not these, but Mawile and 2 Zacians are prized. And a Dedenne, I think. It's like it's all Pokemon in there. Oh man, that's pretty unfortunate. No more Pokemon in there. Well, I guess we'll trap it sword then. Alright. So now if we get hammered, that would be a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I put a lot of energy in there because we have metal saucers. It's okay for us to put metals in the discard. That's not a big problem. We wanted to save at least one. I knew there wasn't many in here. So when we Crobatted, we weren't super likely to draw back into another one. But I really want the boss's orders because if we were able to pull off Altered Creation that turn, we'd attach one more energy or energy switch an energy over. We could boss's orders up the Dedenne and get our first knockout and be halfway to winning. Now, he can hit. Now, we have to try to Altered Creation next turn. He could be able to two-shot us here. Yeah, with that, he's going to be able to two-shot us easily. So, if not one, yeah, no, the game's just over now. Because yeah, both of my guys are in the discard and I have an Altered Creation. There's actually 0 way to win this game now. Because I can't one-shot him, I'm 10 away. Well, no, I have 40 away because I have an Altered Creation. Yikes! Yeah, we have to get that off turn 1 in this format. Otherwise, it's just impossible. Just no way to win. And there's no more Pokemon in there. Oh, there's a Dedenne. Never mind. We didn't have a Dedenne prized. We just had 3 Zacians. So, I mean, it's not good, but... I don't know. I guess we'll do this. Just for funsies. See what we get. Wow, that's a lot of tails on hammers. It's just not been our morning. But some more energies in the discard, because that's fun. Left in there. Shuffle the deck. There you go. Slower than I shuffle in real life. And now because we've sent him to the bench, he can just hit us with that same attack. So we're actually not going to waste his time. We're just going to call it here. And we'll move on to the next one. So that's a big goose egg on tournament number 5. I figured I would play more on the weekend because I thought on the weekend there would be a higher range of players in terms of like their like the quality of player. Whereas, most of the rest of the time I'm playing this game, it's super late at night, where I figure most of the people that are in here playing in qualifier cups are going to be people that are on, pretty frequently. a little more dedicated to the game. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's also all kind of a wash. It's kind of random who you run into. Oh, they want to go first. Okay. Start Crobat, I guess. And they start to Dene, so fair's fair. Now, we have not been doing a very good job of getting out our turn 1 ADP combo. Which have not been consistently doing that at all. So this Big Charm actually gets him to 190, which is outside of the one-shot range of our ADP attack after we've altered creation. That is something worth noticing. But if we do hit this for 180, then he's at the mercy of our Tool Scrapper to knock him out outright. Okay, so... Oh, the Metal Saucer, okay. Energy Spinner for a water. So now, that's a bit of a mistake. Because now we know he's got the water he needs in hand for ADP. And he hasn't attached it. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He did attach it. Because he did Metal Saucer. That's good. So now we're trying to hammer this. If we can. Is the goal. So yeah, I guess we'll Cherish Ball for ADP. And then I think we're just going to go straight to Marnie here. Because I don't want to waste most of... Oh, actually, we can switch. We can do that. And then we'll Marnie. Because I don't want to waste the rest of these resources. But we got to try and dig for our ADP stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's good. This is a good 5 cards to have gotten. We can hammer. Whiff again. Mawile. Try and see what he's got. Pull the Zacian out of his hand. So just so he doesn't have the option to, Crobat again or anything else you might want to do. Zacian's not a bad have for him there, though. And we'll do this. Now, with these 6 cards, we're looking for Energy Switch and Metal Saucer. And we can still Crobat, because we haven't done that yet this turn. But we get the Metal Saucer, which is part of it. We can do that. We can Air Balloon. And Quick Ball this away. And we can go for Crobat. We can draw some more cards. We got 2 Energy Switches in the deck, so... Our odds are not fantastic here. They're not perfect, but we'll see. 4 cards. Nope. Big whiff. But we do get Zacian at least. And we'll try to hammer one more time. Hey, we got it. Bye-bye to the water. And we will Intrepid Sword. And there's the Energy Switch. Energy Switch in the next 3 cards. So we almost had turn 1 Altered Creation. Very close, but not quite. Gets the switch and goes to Research. Yeah, so now he needs a Water Energy and an Energy Switch to get the turn 1 off. If he gets what he needs. Okay. Yeah. He just attached the metal. So that confirms he doesn't have the water. It's big for us. Swap this over here. We'll even attach the water just for good measure. We will. Go ahead and do some alterations to reality here. Marnied. which is fine by me. I had what I needed in my hand, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get it back. Was this a mirror match? Yeah, it is. I mean, he's running a few different cards than me. Like, he's teching in Big Charms to give him the extra XP. But yeah. Oh, he didn't get the water. That's unfortunate. Here, bro, you want to borrow a water energy? Yeah, that's pretty maddening. But it's a mistake that he made. He played this turn 1 to get Energy Spinner, when he could have just attached a metal and then kept that in his hand. Maybe been able to search later. Then now he's attacking me without Altered Creation to do that. Yeah. Unfortunately, what we want, we don't really want to attack this guy for 180 because that's not going to do anything for us. We really don't have any other options. You know nothing, but you wanted to show up for support. Well, thank you. What's up, Wono? Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. We don't have a whole lot that we want here. We can discard a water now. We've got all that we need. We can at least thin our deck a little bit. But we wanted boss's orders, but we don't have that. And maybe look to grab that next turn with that out of the deck. Then a little hatch here. Yeah, we can look for a 2-shot at some point here. And at least this will get us some energy acceleration. We can power up our Zacian. Put an extra one down here on Mawile just for funsies. He actually can't attack with Brave Blade again. So he's got to have a way to get him out of there. And he's still at least a turn behind because he still wants to Altered Creation. He hasn't done that yet. But yeah, Wono, if you haven't seen this deck, this is a pretty cool deck. Altered Creation for 1 metal lets you use the GX attack, which gets you 30 extra damage on all your attacks for the rest of the game. And if you have at least 1 extra water energy, you also take an extra prize card anytime you knock something out. So our goal is as early as possible to get that GX attack off, and then just to knock out a couple of his small guys on the back to get us 3 prizes each. But we didn't get boss's orders, which lets us bring up a Pokemon from their discard, or from their bench. So they're active, so we had to target this, which we can't one-shot. We can one-shot these guys on the back a little easier. Especially with Zacian, because now he's hitting for 260. So he gets the air balloon, which will give him free retreat. An energy switch. But he still needs a water to attach with this guy, to attack with that guy. So he gets 2 metals here. Does he get the water? I mean, he's been... Yeah, no, Intrepid Sword. Man, he is bricking really hard. His deck is not doing anything he wants him to do. And we top deck the boss's orders on top of that. That's harsh. So now we can bring this up. Or we could bring this up and look for Tool Scrapper, but let's just go for the safe prizes. I think we're okay doing that. 1 more energy for Mawile. Now he can 2-shot stuff. So he knows that we've got Eldegoss V in hand. This lets us grab a supporter from our discard pile and put it into our hand when we bench it. And he knows we have boss's orders in the discard pile because we just played it. So we have everything we need to win the game right now, and he knows we have it. So he's got to be looking to either reset stamp us, which... Oh, well, that could work. Well, no. Because Mawile or Zacian can get us this win. So the game's over. He's just gonna take a couple of prizes. GG. Draw out the well played. Yeah, we know. You're upset. Yeah, keep telling me about it, buddy. Alright, so this is the result of the first tournament. We won round 1, and then we lost, unfortunately, to Joe Too Cool. He was too cool. He was too cool for us, and he beat us. Oh. So it looks like we're the third match to finish, but we're still waiting on this one. So while we're waiting, why don't we go ahead and we'll play some Stardew Valley. Back to the bird sounds. And look at that. We're all healed up. I love that mod. The mod is fantastic. Alright, so it's Friday, which means a couple of things. First and foremost, actually, yeah, we're gonna go to the shop. Got mail. Oh, we're going on to the next round. Well, you know, it was nice being here in Stardew Valley, but that was pretty short-lived, wasn't it? Yep. And back to Pokemon. No, we don't want to go first, because we want to get turn 1 Altered Creation if we can. We start only to Dene. It's kind of a bummer, but, you know, that's going to happen. About half the cards we run are, when you put this Pokemon on from your hand to your bench, do this. And so, about half the time, we're going to start with one of these, and you just kind of have to accept that about the deck. There's really not anything to be done. So, Suicune. Interesting. And Zigzagoon? I'm confused. I'm confused at what we're doing here. What is this guy doing in this? What is this deck that runs Suicune? Put 2 water energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. Interesting. Well, let's see. What should we do? Let's go ahead and Cherish Ball. I think we just grab our ADP. We need to do anything else. We need to make sure we get him out onto the field. We can Air Balloon, so this thing has free retreat. And then we're just going to go ahead and research. We get the water. But we do not get anything to grab a metal Pokemon, unfortunately. Yikes. This is another game where we don't get what we need. It's rough. It's not working. Something's wrong. That's alright. We'll see what he has. I haven't seen anything to make me worry yet. The Suicune makes me wonder if maybe this is just a lower tier deck. Could have been those top 2 guys just kind of had like lower tier decks in this one, which is fine. Everybody gets to enter these. Okay, never mind. He's playing. I take it back. Take it all back. Oh, 2 Inteleon VMAX in the discard though. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Okay, so we can Quick Ball. We got Snom now, so he's halfway to his energy acceleration. And I mean, Suicune's not so bad, right? Going 130, and if you have this guy's evolution out, then you can be throwing those waters right back onto it. I don't think I've seriously played TCG since OG Game Boy Color games. Yeah. Yeah, I played it for about 8 years back in the day. Let's do this so you can see that a little easier. Yeah, I've just gotten back into it in the last couple of weeks. Right now they're doing the Players' Cup qualifiers as well as team battling, which is pretty neat. Good to see stuff back in the Oh, okay. Well, a top deck quick ball. A little something. Throwing away some resources here to do quick ball. Especially since I kind of want to go for Dedenne. But that's okay. I think we're okay to do this. Yeah. I mean, Crobat doesn't give us enough cards. So we'll grab Dedenne. Hate to discard a bunch of good stuff, but I have a draw supporter. There's not really much point to hammering right now. Yeah, we can go for that next turn. Let's just play it slow for now. They seem to have a pretty slow start. I don't think we need to rush. Just gonna Altered Creation. We got our turn 2 Altered Creation out, so we're good with that. Inteleon does a lot, but it's 160 and 60 to one of the bench for max bullet. And okay, they get the Frost Moth, so now they can infinitely put water energies on their bench guys. That's another problem with Suicune here, is this would have to be on the bench. It would attack with Aurora Loop, and then would have to get back to the bench to get more waters on it. So unless you had a switch, even if it had an air balloon for free retreat, it would still have to cycle. You'd still have to have a switch to cycle it. Okay, so they get Inteleon built up. I think, is it 3 energies for max bullet? So yeah, they'd need at least 1 more energy, but again, they can catch infinitely. And this card gets them 2 water energies into their hand. Like an energy switch, but double for Inteleon. 130 is not, for Aqua Report, isn't too bad, but not exactly what they're looking for, I think. And we don't have a lot, though. It's not ideal. We can't one-shot this. They can 2-shot us. Yikes. Hurting a little bit here, actually, because I may be paying for taking that slow approach first. Today has not been our day for crushing hammers, I'm telling you. Let's bring out the Crobat so we can take some prizes here. I'm not super excited about what we have, but I mean, we get 3 prizes, at least we're halfway to winning the game now. And throw some medals out onto our bench guys, at least. So maybe an energy switch if we get something here out of the prizes. Mawile, okay, that might help us maybe limp to the finish line with Mawile. This has a weakness to metal, so yeah, doesn't matter how much we're doing with Mawile. We would still need an energy switch or something, though. I mean, theoretically, he can knock out this with Inteleon now. They're good to do that. So he's gonna get 3 prizes back from this. And with what I have now, yikes! Where are my Zacians, man? 28 cards in the deck, so the odds of me getting another top deck that is just not ideal, pretty high. They're gonna Crobat. That would be the ideal thing to knock out now if I can. Mawile, though, Mawile can do 180 actually. So yeah, if we get like a Metal Saucer this next turn, we could do something. That's 160 plus the 30. Yeah, that's 190. All right, so we might have an avenue to win the game. If not this turn, then maybe next turn. A Crobat being benched is actually kind of big, because I don't think Mawile could have knocked anything else out to win the game. Let's see, Metal Saucers, we've got 3 in the discard already, so we're probably not going to get that. Energy switch would do it too, actually. Oh! Hi there, energy switch. GG! We skirted by in that one. Oh, just barely. Heart of the cards. We top decked it, baby. Alright. Alright. So now we got up to 15 minutes. Let's go back to Stardew Valley. Never mind. They just finished. I'm not doing anything. I'm taking my hands off the keyboard. That'll reset to 10 seconds here. Alright, so getting to second place guarantees us at least 3 qualifying points. This is the highest we've gotten in one of these tournaments so far. But if we can manage to win, we'll get ourselves 5 points. And we'll double our current point total for the qualifier event. We mulligan. We both mulligan. No basics here. But he'll get a good idea of what our deck is from that mulligan. As if he wasn't going to know just from what we start with here. And he is going first. Good for us. We like to go second with this deck. Prefer it. And yeah, my hand's okay. It's not perfect, but... Oh, hello there, Eldegoss. Kind of a bummer to start with this guy, but... When you put this Pokemon from your hand to your bench, during your turn, you get to look for a supporter in your discard and put it in your hand. It's pretty good. Pretty good card. I had my doubts about it when I first got back into the game. I was like, is this really that good? Tapu Lele with discard instead of the deck. It's definitely a downgrade, but... It just changes your playstyle a little bit. It allows you to run a few one-off supporters if you want, but your goal is just to get them to the discard pile. So when you play down Eldegoss, you've got different options for what to do with your supporter. Because you only get to play one supporter per turn. Yes, they do. Sets rotate in and out constantly. Every year, in my experience. I don't know what the current rotation has been like, but yeah, usually it's somewhere between 4 to 8 active sets. I believe it's a little bigger right now than normal. Yeah, we'll see if we can hammer away that metal energy off of Zacian. Probably not, though, because we've been super unlucky with crushing hammers. We got to get a heads, and then if we get heads, it lets us discard one of their energies. So, you know, 50% chance it's going to suck every time. It happens. Or wait, no, we're going to discard the metal. Go ahead and Mawile. Let's see if we can be mean and grab anything out of his hand and force it to the bench. Yeah, Mawile. So yeah, this is a mirror match. He's got a great catcher there, though. Alright, and we will Metal Saucer to get that metal energy down onto Mawile. And we will play Research, discard our hand, and draw 7. We got what we needed. We needed water. We needed Energy Switch to get this metal back over onto ADP. We even get Zacian for good measure. We'll air balloon him so he's got free retreat. And then we get Altered Creation on turn 1 of the game. Bow, bow. And he whiffed the hammer too. Yeah, it's a good start for us. Now, the question for him, because this looks like a mirror match, I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't seen ADP come out yet, but see if he can do the same. He's going to great catcher out our Mawile to try and stall us. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. he will research. In case you guys are wondering, I am hiding my hand because this is a qualifier tournament. It's not a huge deal, and I honestly don't expect my opponents to go trolling around on Twitch looking for somebody, you know, like who is this person I'm playing against? Can I find them and look at their hand? But you know, it's just a good thing to do in general. I think it's good practice to make sure to protect yourself from potential cheating. We get the Dedenne, discard in hand, draw 6. So, they've got this. Yeah, they can get the knockout for 2 prizes. And then, if they want, they can try an ADP later and knock out ADP, Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, and for 4 prizes. And that can get them to 6. Let's go ahead and we'll put up Zacian for now, because he's got free retreat. Based on what we have, I'd like to Marnie him. Then we can't get the knockout this turn. Unless we get a whole bunch of stuff. Go ahead and... Actually, we're just going to go straight into Marnie. Not going to do anything else right now. We're just going to Marnie. Let's see what we get off of Marnie. Okay. Another Zacian. Hammer. That is like our 8th hammer in a row that missed. Something incredible like that. It's not... I don't think it's actually 8, but it certainly feels like 8. So let's go ahead and grab Dedenne. And we'll quick ball and discard Boss's Orders. And we'll grab Crobat. So we'll play both of these this turn to get some draw going. See what we can get into our hand. Okay. So right now we don't have any metal in our discard. We're about to put some into our discard though. And we have only 1 metal saucer in there, 1 energy switch. So, I don't know. We'll see how lucky we get, I guess. Anything else we want to get on the field? Not really. Is there anything we definitely don't want? We've got 2 Zacians on the field, so we don't need another one. We can thin our deck a little bit by grabbing out the 3rd. And then I think we attached a Zacian. And then we did Dedenne. We're looking for like 1 saucer, 1 energy switch. We didn't get that. Kind of puts him in the driver's seat, unfortunately. Really no way around it. He has to have a switch to be able to attack with Brave Blade again. But he probably does have that. But we don't need to let him have it for free either. We can just actually retreat. We'll energy switch. We got 1 of the 2 cards we needed, but we did not get a metal saucer to knock him out, unfortunately. And we'll ultimate Ray. And then we can grab 3 energies out of our discard and attach them to our Zacian. We get that energy acceleration going. We can 2-shot this. And most importantly, he can't knock out ADP with 1 shot. You can only do 230. He can knock out anybody else and take 2 more prizes, but it means he has to have a Boss's Orders. He has to have one of these to bring up one of our benched guys to knock us out, and has to have a switch because he needs to get Zacian back to the bench. Because he can't Brave Blade again. It's during this next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. But if he puts it to the bench, that effect goes away. So we could switch to Dedenne, who's got Air Balloon, and then the Dedenne can retreat for free, and then that effect wouldn't be there anymore. But he'd have to do that and have a boss's orders to knock one of our benched guys out. And even then, I'm knocking him out next turn. So yeah, see, there's switch. So now he can do it again, but he actually just played research. Good luck in your games, lurking. Thank you. I appreciate it. But he actually just used his supporter research, so he can't play another supporter this turn. So he can't boss's orders us. He can hit ADP if he wants, but that's man, where are his ADPs, by the way? I still have not seen that card come out onto his field. Could it be that both of them are prized? Wouldn't that suck? You get to the final match in one of these 8-man qualifier tournaments, and your deck just gives you the giant middle finger. That's rough. That would be rough, but not necessarily unheard of. All right, so he's forced to hit us for 230. Think kind of want to Marnie him, but I also kind of don't want to Marnie him. Kind of torn. Think we are just gonna go to research. See what we can get out of the research. Tool scrapper, but that's only gonna really affect the air balloon. It's not really that valuable right now. Hammer might help us out though. Hey, we got one! Woo! Finally! I think that's all we're doing. We're just gonna do that. Then we're gonna ultimate ray him and knock him out. That gets us halfway. Water energies. I don't really think the water energies are helping us at all, because these are 3 metal attacks. But sure, we'll put them on here so these guys can each retreat. Just so we can't be stalled out too hard. Saucer. Ball. The deck. Okay. 8 cards left in the deck, so we're not going to Dedenne. I expect to be either reset stamped or Marnied this turn if he has the capability to do that. But even if he knocks out ADP, that's only 3 prizes because he has not been able to Altered Creation like we have this game. Unfortunate for him. But I think we got this one. I think we got 5 points in the bank finally. Or I mean 5 out of 1 tournament. Yep, we did it. Yay! All right, that's big. Puts us at 10 totals. That doubles our qualifier points so far. The other tournament finished too, the one where we got very unlucky, knocked out in round 1. So sure, let's jump into one more. And that one's just about to start. Did we make it in time? No! Somebody else took the last spot. No! Okay, well. Alright. Alright, so flip the coin. We're going to go for heads. We get heads. We do not want to go first. Alright, round 1. This is tournament number 7 for us. We got an alright start. I say alright because it's not perfect, but it's in a Scorch on the other side, so a little bit of a rough matchup for us because we like to use metal types, and those get hit pretty hard in this matchup. He doesn't have to do too much for Cinescorch V Max to be able to get the job done there. And starting ADP means he instantly knows. Instantly knows what we're doing. That's not the Crobat, though. A little early for that. He can do one of those, and it doesn't really affect things all that much. Alright. Okay, that makes things a lot better. That top deck is pretty huge for us. So we're going to do this. We're going to go for Zacian. Put out Zacian, and we'll Metal Saucer to him. Water Energy for turn. Let's actually go ahead and discard the other metal, just because we can. And then we're going to Dedenne. Wow, we get the energy switch. Now the deck's rolling. Hammer? Oh, we're warmed up, baby. We're not just warmed up, we're on fire right now. This deck is on fire! This girl is on fire! Alright, Marnie, and we'll put him down to 4. What a turn! What a turn, what a turn, what a turn. What a mighty turn one. How many meta decks would you say there are right now? There are a lot that are pretty good, but I think there are, like, in playing for about the last week and a half or so, I think there are 3 major decks in the format that are above all the rest. ADP, I think, is probably the strongest and most consistent up front. I think Eternatus VMAX is a close second, and I think there's also a Pikachu Zekrom tag team deck that's pretty good. It's got a lot of energy acceleration. I'd put it in the top 3, and Cinescorch kind of hanging out there too. I think, maybe 4th. It's really, really strong. I don't think it's the strongest deck in the format, but I do think it's pretty good. Oh, he's gonna hit us pretty hard, but he's two-shotting us right now. We can two-shot him back though, so that's fine. We can do this, and I think we've got everything we need on the field right now, so we can go ahead and Crobat for that last spot, even if we're just drawing a couple cards here, because I would love to get boss's orders, but we whiff that. That's okay. I think we can quick ball, do this, thin our deck a little bit. We're not going to need Aegis Slash for this game, so we can take him out. That allows us to Metal Saucer that metal we just put in the discard back to Zacian, and then we can research. Alrighty. So yeah, I think we're just going for the 2-shot here. He's gonna knock us out, but that's fine. We'll Ultimate Ray. We're hoping we have 3 more metals in there. Nope, just 1. Oof. Alright. No, we got our second Zacian built up, but he can actually he's got 2 options here. One, he can knock out he can knock out ADP and get 3 prizes. Or, if he has boss's orders, he can actually bring up Zacian and knock that out instead. That might be better for him, because Zacian hits harder at 260 right now, where we're only hitting for 150, or 180. There are a couple other meta decks that are okay. They're definitely, like, I would say the next tier down. Definitely not as effective. Dragapult VMAX is pretty good. Inteleon VMAX can compete a little bit. There's a grass deck out there that's not too bad. And Mewtwo also, I guess, is definitely a meta deck. Mewtwo has a pretty cool ability where it allows him to use any attacks of any EXs or GXs on your field or in your discard pile. And so their strategy is to discard a bunch of really strong Pokemon and run Aurora energy, which can count as any energy. So he can use a bunch of different attacks. Yeah, he's pretty well set up right now. I'm actually kind of not sure if we can win this right now, because he's got Charizard and Reshiram built up, which means we've got to get Zacian ready to attack next turn. But I don't know if we can do that. We only have one Metal Saucer left in the deck. We really got screwed over by drawing those 3 energies, because now we've got them all in hand, because we could have gotten 2 more energies going with Ultimate Ray, but they were all in our hand and not in our deck. So let's see, we've got 2 metals in the discard. Yeah, we're looking for a saucer. Let's see where that saucer is. It is in here, so we need to get it out of the deck. We can grab Mawile just to have it out of there, just to thin a little bit. Energy Switch is not going to help us. We need the boss's orders for next turn. But I kind of want to Marnie him. But I don't think Marnie's really going to help us that much, because he can get the fire for that next turn. That doesn't matter. We're definitely going to attach here for turn. And we also need a way to retreat next turn and boss's orders. Our other Dedenne, I think, is prized, so we might get it right here. We're going to draw 4 cards. I think we Marnie. I think Marnie is the right move. We will need to get that metal energy back, though, so it's all kind of a wash. We get the boss's orders back anyway. Yeah, tough call. I don't know, we'll see. We can actually use this to discard Zacian because we don't need him. And that'll shuffle the deck. So we've got the energy maybe closer to the top. Who knows about the Metal Saucer? We can take, we can do this and take this out of the deck again so we don't draw it. And we'll go ahead and Brave Blade. Get an energy. We get to Dene, that's huge. Little Scrapper doesn't really matter. Energy Switch also doesn't really matter because this guy's gonna get knocked out. Oh, you know what we can do? He would have to bench another... Well, no, we got Fion there. But yeah, never mind. We can win next turn. Because we can use Mawile. Mawile can get this for us. Because we only need 2 prizes. So if we knock out Fion, then we win the game. And Mawile can already do that damage. We can boss his orders. We have Energy Switch and Energy, so we're good. Sure, let's look at his hand. Yay, cool. And well played. Wily Bite, baby! A little closer to that extra booster. Alright, cool. We got another win. We are the 3rd to finish, but we're still waiting on this game. And while we're waiting... go back to Stardew Valley. Alrighty. Right. I'm gonna skip this event because it's really long. But yes, we get it. You know, there's a thing Oh, wow, we are already into the next game. These tournaments are just moving along, man. It's not a bad thing, but I would like to play a little bit of Stardew Valley. We lose the coin flip, though. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. He actually wants to go first, so that's good for us. We'll take that. And this is mirror match because we see water and metal. That almost always means ADP. What was that? What was that voice crack? Yikes! Sorry, girly. That scared my cat. Actually. I got some serious phlegm going on this morning. Sorry about that, folks. Sure, we'll draw an extra card. Another Zigzagoon. This is an interesting tech in this deck. When you play this to your bench, you can put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So that helps you in a lot of those scenarios where you're just like 10 damage short. There's Mawile. They can pull the Dene out of our hand. And Aegislash for that matter. Kind of a bummer. So we can grab this. Go ahead and get rid of that metal, but that's okay for them because they have metal saucers. And then we can just go straight into Dedenne. But look at our field, man. Our field is already very crowded. I don't love discarding 2 hammers, but alright. We don't get a lot. We get the switch. The metal saucer back to here. And I guess we can Mawile. Sure, why not? You can play at that game. Oh, we actually haven't played our supporter yet, either. Hello. I was about ready to end my turn. We don't get much. We actually got the energy switch we needed, but we did not get water energy. But we'll go ahead and do this. Actually, I should have played that on ADP. Yeah, I need that on ADP. That's a waste. That's a misplay. Oh well. Oh well, Intrepid Sword. Oh, cool. 2 waters on him. That's some energy acceleration for you. What up? I appreciate the cheering. Thank you very much for showing up. Showing up for me. I cannot read that red to save my life, though. That is, that's not happening. Odyssey. Thank you very much. I think I'd almost rather just do a screen cap at this point for the, yeah. Thank you. Well, this is going to be our 7th tournament. So far we have 10 points. We won tournament number 6, so that was pretty good. We got 5 points out of that. Now, this is interesting. Dreamy Revelation. Interesting tech in this deck. Alright, so... yeah, I know. It's heartbreaking. Been there, done that. We can, let's see, what do we want to do here? We want to just Marnie. Research gets us more cards, but we're throwing away an awful lot on that research if we do it. So I think we're going to Marnie. Yeah, we'll Marnie. Our odds of getting a water are okay. Yeah, we got it. So we'll do the Altered Creation, and we'll see what they get out of their 4 cards. What they need is a Metal Energy for ADP and some way to get Jirachi out of here. So yeah, the energy spinner will get him that medal. And then an air balloon or a switch would do it. A dreamy revelation. They get to look at the top two, pick one to go to their hand, and I think the other goes to the bottom of their deck. On top of the deck. So then they know what they're going to top deck too. So they get an energy attach and retreat. Okay, so now that's an interesting move actually. I think the odds of you getting a switch or an air balloon are actually better. So I wouldn't have attached. Yeah, see, now they get the switch. Yeah, like that's a misplay. Like that one's not on the deck. That one's on you. Yeah, and he knows it too. He realized he screwed up, so he's like, just gonna flip the table and walk away. That's unfortunate, because if he just attaches to the ADP, then you're almost guaranteeing it, because this deck usually runs 4 switches and 2 air balloons. Yeah, kind of a bummer, but we finished really fast, so we can go back and play some Stardew Valley now. Do that. Alright. So we've got the oh. Jody's looking for a potato, eh? We'll see. I think our potatoes don't finish until the next couple days here, but we could sell these off. 500. Enough for some more potatoes. But before we go back to the farm, let's go up and we'll check out the community center. Should have brought my hoe. Always bring your hoe with you everywhere you go. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but okay. So we look at this. It's in gibberish. Moon speak. And then tomorrow we'll get a message from the wizard, and I actually don't know if you have to do that in order to get the message from the wizard, but it's fine. Whatever. Alright, so now we'll go plant and water our 10 potato seeds. I also want to take a look here because we are looking to get daffodil. We've got that. We also need a leek, a wild horseradish, and something else for the community center. I can't remember what. Oh, actually, I already got 4 of those, but that's fine. Alright, so we're good. I also probably should be planting parsnips because the quality bundle is going to require us to get a lot of parsnips. Three golden parsnips. But we don't really need the hoe with us, but just in case, we'll take it. Yeah, we're good. We're good there. Let's go up and get into some trouble in the mines. So that's been cleared out. Our luck is not great, and the traveling merchant is there, but at this stage in the game, we don't really have enough money to do anything for the merchant. Grab that, though. We're level 2 foraging now. Which is good. Oh, I'd like a wild horseradish. I think... Oh, next round. Next round's up. And we won the toss. Nice. We get to go second. That's an interesting start. Guy apparently played in Players Cup 2. Alright, so we got another Cinescorch matchup here. Again, this is not a bad matchup for us. It's not fantastic by any means, but yeah. This deck desperately wants to go second because of that Volcanion they just put back in into the deck. So we gotta pay attention to what he gets here, because it's gonna determine what kind of supporter we want to play this turn. He's only got 4 cards, so if he gets back, like... Yeah, if he gets the VMAX, then we would prefer to go ahead and Marnie that away. There's a harder time getting a hold of that next turn. Cards the boss's orders for Crobat. Yeah, if he's going to draw 6, now definitely want to Marnie him unless he... Yeah. Okay. So we'll go ahead and Air Balloon. And Air Balloon again. Oh, Crobat V. 3, we get the water. Good start. And then we'll Dedenne. That puts a metal in our discard, which is part of what we need here. Get the metal saucer to go there. Wow. I mean, that's the average, right? It's average in and out now, and we'll research. We would prefer to Marnie, but we didn't get Marnie, so... Wow, and we get the energy switch. Okay, that's big. Big deal. We can go ahead and put down the other Zacian as well. Alright, we're good. That's a good start. Again, turn 1, Altered Creation, and, yeah. It's looking pretty. Thank you. So he can discard one of our energies. He'll probably target the water. Yeah. So, what we would like to do... We'd like to boss's orders up this and do Ultimate Ray for knockout. But I think what we're going to play for instead is we're actually going to play for knocking out Cinescorch this turn. We're going to do this. We'll energy switch this back to Zacian. And then we're going to Marnie. So that puts his Cinescorch VMAX back in the deck. Unfortunately, we did not get what we needed for that combo to work out. But let's Mawile and see what he's got in his hand now. We can pull the Jirachi out. And yeah, he's got Giant Hearth, which is big for him. Welder, so he can draw a little bit. But yeah, that move didn't work out for us. But the other, if we had gone the other route, that also would not have worked. So we're kind of okay with what we've turned out with here. Like, this is all right. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. So yeah, he can Giant Hearth for that. Welder to put 2 down on Cinescorch and draw 3. That probably gets him something to grab a Dedenne or... Oh, well, yeah, okay, the switch for Jirachi's good. It's still important for us to pull that Jirachi down, though, because if he gets a communication, then he gets Cinescorch VMAX off of the Jirachi. So it's important for him to not have Jirachi down there. So now what we're actually going to do is we're going to attach, we're going to retreat, and we're going to boss's orders this up. And we can Brave Blade, knock it out. And that gets us our 3 prizes. And now he's really kind of dead in the water. He's got no Cinescorch, so even if he gets another Cinescorch out onto the field next turn, he can't evolve it to be max. Yeah, he's pretty much done. Okay, so he grabs boss's orders, so he can attempt to stall us with that if he wants. If he doesn't have anything better. He discards a card to get 2 more fires. The Welder to attach 2 to Crobat. Yikes. Yeah, and that's that turn. So we would need a way to switch right now. Let's actually do this. We're gonna back to here. We'll go ahead and what are we gonna do? I want a boss's orders. But that doesn't really help us right now. So let's instead just go ahead and Marnie, I guess. Oh, we also could have researched. There really wasn't anything amazing in our hand there. Okay, so we get some energy here. Really no other way for us to draw. I think we just, we Intrepid Sword. Get that. Yep. We needed another metal. We didn't have it. Two saucers still on the deck as well. Gonna reset stamp us back to 3. Oh, we didn't have what we needed, but he reset stamped us into it. Oh man. That's unfortunate. That's real bad luck. For him. It's good luck. It's great luck for us. It's fantastic luck for us. Cinescorch goes down. Ah, Dedenne, okay. I don't think has he played a supporter yet? I don't think so. Grab those 2 fires. He's trying to get back. He's trying to get back into it here. I admire that, because I think most people would have scooped after we knocked out that Cinescorch, you know? I admire his drive to keep playing the game out. After game, you can do it. Please focus. Please focus, mate. You got this in the bag. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think we're doing fine. I think we. So he's got Eldegoss. So now we can get to some. Yeah, he's got a Welder. Okay, so yeah, we got the game. That's well played. As we've got boss's orders, we've got energy, and we can go for Crobat or Cinescorch and knock it out. We've got Zacian on the bench, even if he did knock this out. Yeah, he can actually. Yeah, Flare Starter, he can do 220 to knock out. That's a good recovery for him. I respect that a lot. Three boss's orders in the hand. It doesn't really matter who we grab. Great Blade. GG! Progress. And that is tournament number 7 in the bag. We get another 5 points. Nice. So we're now up to 15 total. I think I want to try to insert another function in here to give us an average of how we're going to finish based on how we're doing. Yeah, that's big. That 2 tournaments in a row we've won now for 10 points. We've gone from 5 to 15 in 2 tournaments. But you know, it's the deck, man. The deck has been has been doing us good for these last couple of events. So so far I have been streaming for now about an hour and a half, not too long. But I need to use the restroom. So instead of jumping right back into the next one, I'm gonna take a quick, probably 5-minute break. I'm not gonna be gone too long. So I'll turn on some Heroes of the Storm tunes for you guys. Go to my BRB stream, and when we get back, we'll go into tournament number 8. Don't go anywhere. we are back. Wow, these things are filling up fast. That didn't take long, did it? Alright, tournament number 8. Here we go. We won the flip. We will go second. Start ADP. We're just fine with. They get the illustrious pleasure of going first. Crobat on the start. And communication. Okay, so we've got an Eternatus deck here. Alright. I haven't seen one of those yet today. We'll start off with their Eternatus. Now this deck usually is capable of outspeeding us. That's its big quality here, is that usually it can go fast enough to give us some trouble. I got a Crobat to draw 6. Put down Spiritomb. Hit itself there. And yeah, they didn't get the energy, so that's pretty big. If them not drawing into energy is huge for us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Cherish Ball. And we'll actually grab out Mawile so we can get a steel type on the bench for Metal Saucer later in the turn. We can force out Eternatus. And yeah, they're stuck on Dead Hand here. They can stall us with Boss's Orders and Hammers, but otherwise they have no draw power. Even if they draw into Crobat somehow, now they can't do it because they have no bench space until they evolve to Eternatus VMAX. And then we just research. I mean, not a whole lot else in our hand. 2 researches in there, but... Okay. Whew. Where are our energy? Alright, well, let's discard ADP because we don't need 2 of those suckers. I think we're just going straight into... yeah, we're going... I think right into the Dene. Hate to do it because we're getting rid of a lot of good resources here, but yeah, I just don't have another good option right now. We could Crobat for 1, but that's not really choice. I mean, I could have gone for Zacian, benched it, and then Crobated for 2, but then our odds of ending up on Dead Hand are pretty bad. Let's see if I can manage to get my hands on a something here with the 1. Nothing. Would have been better to play that, and then because then if I get another Crobat, I could do something with it. So we get the Zacian at least. And we get the water, but they have 2 shots to hammer that away from us, which is not choice. I would have rather had the metal than the water. Ugh, it's a terrible start, but. Well, Intrepid Sword, we get a metal energy out onto Zacian at least, and we'll see what we get next turn. They're still on pretty Dead Hand here. They get the first head, so they even get to preserve that other hammer. Oh no, they'll use both. Okay, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, the boss's orders to stall. Okay. So the only draw supporter we have right now is Marnie. But I don't think we play that. I think they're on Dead Hand. But I think we can afford to play this slow. I don't think we have to rush. Yeah, I think we just go into Intrepid Sword and... we just wait it out. Okay, so they get the Eternatus VMAX. That's big for them. They fail on that hammer. Yep. Quick ball this away. And we can Eldegoss to get research. I think that's what we do here. can actually energy switch this here and saucer this one over here. We can switch for this. And then we'll Eldegoss for research. And we just need a water. Yep, we got it. We're good. And altered creation. It's important when we know they're on dead hand that we don't just Marnie them. It's not just about us. We gotta pay attention to what they're doing too. And if they're on dead hand, yeah, they're just gonna scoop because they're like, well now we're too far behind. All right, so that's a relatively quick win for us actually. We're the first one to finish. So I think we're safe to go play some Stardew Valley. Let's do that. While we wait for the next one. That's big. That's at least one more point in this tournament. We didn't start out particularly great, but you know, that's fine. All right, so we are heading up to the mines. We're gonna go have some fun up here. Hey, you. Give me that sword. If anybody's like super interested in the Stardew Valley storyline, let me know. Because then I will, oh, I didn't unmute it. My bad. There we go. Because then I will go ahead and show all the cutscenes and stuff. But I've seen them about a bazillion times because I play this game all the time. So, I'm not super interested in them. Y'all let me know. He's worth 3. The others are worth less. Okay. 4. Okay. 5 for ore. That's good to know. So I'm playing with mods for the first time. So actually I've never seen them give us XP updates and stuff. Makes sense that ore would be worth more XP though. 3 XP for killing slime. Wow, you only need to do like 2 of those to get to level 1. Nice. There we go. We did it. Got some quality, some fertilizer here. Retaining soil. Which is kind of cool when you don't have access to sprinklers, because then you don't have to water quite as often. Actually put this on the ground for a minute while we eat some algae. Yummy green algae. Just a little bit of energy back. Ow. Hit us. We get to level 5, so we unlock the elevator there. Those are every 5 levels, so I think we can probably make it down another 5 at night, maybe. Got a bunch of hours still. Energy's more the issue. We do have a couple of things we could eat if we so desired. Oh, nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and eat the leek. That gives us more energy. We need the leeks for the community center, but we can find another. That's stairs. I'd like to collect bug meat, but we can only hold so much. Anything else I'd rather not have? Nah, we'll leave the bug meat. That's fine. Oh, diggy. Ow. Oh. Hello. I want that copper ore. Inside of any of these barrels. Unless I can't grab it. More green algae we can eat. For a second. Oh, you're going. Round 2. Fight! Alright. So we'll mute this. Get rid of this. No, we won the toss, so we do not have to go first. But we hard mulligan right out the gate here. Okay, that's a decent start. Okay, so they are playing fighting. It's Flygon, interesting. We'll start ADP. Another, yeah, we've gotten a few of those. It's pretty good. We like starting ADP around here. They start Snorlax, so they can get that turn 1, draw a couple extra. They get Trap Inch on turn 1. So let's Mawile. Let's see what they got. Pull these out. Got Flygon, and they got Caitlyn. Let's see. Okay, and we will go ahead and see if we can't hammer. Wow, the hammers are on fire for us right now. They are burning a hole in the universe right now. I grab Crobat, we'll air balloon. Metal saucer, that's pretty big. We can quick ball. And we can grab out Zacian. And we'll research because we really don't want a Marnie. They're on a pretty bad hand right now. We can actually quick ball again. On another Zacian. We've already got Dedenne in our hand. Yeah, let's grab out our second Zacian. We can Metal Saucer for that. And then we'll Dedenne. We're looking for Energy Switch and a Water Energy. Got the Energy Switch, but we did not get the Water Energy. That's a little bit unfortunate. Go ahead and do it, though. I guess we'll attach for turn. Then we will Intrepid Sword. Wow, where are our Water Energies hiding? Let's Flygon back to get Vibrava. And the interesting thing about Vibrava is we cannot Boss's Order it. Whenever your opponent plays a supporter card, prevent all effects done to this card, done to this Pokemon, you know, by that effect. So it cannot be grabbed and brought up in that way. Hey, we top decked the water. Part of the cards, baby. The hammer's finally coming up a little short, but that's alright. Grab this out to thin the deck. Still got some energies in there. Doing okay. Not ideal. I'd love to Marnie them now, but that's okay. We'll Altered Creation this turn. We can do Ultimate Ray next turn. And we can hit, you know, Snorlax for knockout, or whatever they have up here. If they get to Flygon, that could be a little annoying, but it's okay for us to try to two-shot Flygon as well. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to go ahead and Ultimate Ray. This will get us 2 prizes. And we can build up Zacian. One of our waters were hiding in the prizes. But yeah, now he can grab out Flygon GX. Big boy. Get Vibrava. Can evolve both of those. Now Flygon's got something. I don't recall exactly what. Flygon's got something for us to worry about. All of your Pokemon take 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks, as long as he's active. So we would have to do 270 to one-shot Flygon because of that effect. Yeah, so we don't have anything to really help us with getting either of these guys out, because we can knock these two out if we can bring them up with boss's orders. We don't have any in the discard pile at the moment. We can hammer that. For now, I think we just Ultimate Ray and we just keep on doing our thing here. Put the metal here, we can put a water over here. So out comes Flygon. Yeah. We're gonna call it. GG. So we go to the finals. Nice. This is a good string we've been on. We've been winning some games. We're now on an 8-game win streak. You know better than to start counting, because once you start counting, that's when the streak ends. All right. Well, let's go back to Stardew, shall we? Thought I could reach that barrel from that corner. I guess not. I need wood. But boy, do we need an expanded inventory. Holy shit. So there's the stairs for the level, but let's go get this copper. Oh, he still bit me. That ooze has got some movement, man. He's moving. Hey, we found the stairs. That's level 9, so I think we can get to level 10, but I do not think we're going to get to level 11. That seems a bit, or the level 15, I should say. I'm sure we could get to 11 if we were to put our mind to it. Hardwood. Okay, we'll take the ring. The ring is a nice grab. Small magnet ring, so that allows you to have a little extra magnetism. You don't have to get quite as close to things to pick them up. Pretty big get. Especially in day 5, getting any rings or any cool items are pretty primo. Solid luck. Would prefer the light ring, not gonna lie, but also definitely not complaining. Magnet ring is number 2. Kill all this stuff. Alright, so there's level 10. The boots. So again, we can put our cave carrots on the floor for a second. Then we can actually just put these boots on. So 1 defense, 1 immunity. That's nice. Take that. We'll go back up and then head out. Time-wise, we might still be able to get to level 15 before midnight. With still time to get back, but energy-wise, 51 energy, I don't like our odds of making it 5 more levels. Well, technically 4 more levels, because 10 was free. But still. Oh, looks like our tournament timer is up. So let's get back over there. Back onto some Pokemon. Alright. We'll go with heads. Win. Go second. Mole Man, 1127. Good luck, sir. Start ADP. We get Zacian as well. That's nice. And Intrepid Sword. Not a bad first turn. Let's see what he's got. Zacian. This could be ADP, but it might also not be. It looks like he's got a pretty decent start. We do not have a great start. Unfortunate. Intrepid Sword. Oh, hey, that helps, though. Alright, we're okay now, I think. Not ideal, but it's also not super horrible. We can definitely look for turn 2 ADP. So this is the metal deck. This is going full metal. So we don't want to focus on attacking with Arceus Dialga-Palkia overall here. So he can get a little bit of energy acceleration off of that. We want to focus on attacking with Zacian V more than anything else right now. Okay, so with that, I think we can go ahead and do this and get rid of the metal goggles. And then we are going straight into research because we need a water energy for Altered Creation. We get it. Nice. Try and stall him a little bit here with hammers. Solid. And actually quick ball and put this in the discard. And we can go for... we've already got a Zacian. Grab the Dene. And then we'll Crobat. Cool. Pull the Dene. And we get our last Zacian. And we're good there. Get an Altered Creation, get our extra damage and extra prize card. And we'll see what we get next turn. Got a lot of cards, so he's got a lot of stuff he can do. Our goal now is more to... we can try and two-shot this, right? Like, that's not a bad thing. We just are trying to knock out 2 of any of his Pokemon. So, if we get the ability with all we've got here to knock out this Zacian and take away his energy, we will do that. But I don't, we'll see what we have. We could still get Marnied. Metal Goggles comes out on the bench Zacian. Retreats for Lucario, and so yeah, with that, discards our energy. Nice. Forgot about that. But that was only 2 energies down. So I think what we do is we play for... Let's see, we got 1 energy switch in the discard. We play for 2-shotting the Lucario. And getting some energy acceleration that way. So let's see, if there's anything we can take out of the deck. Got 4 metals in there right now. And wow, our energy switches are super prized. Holy crap, 2 metal energies in the prizes. Or 2 energy switches. It's okay though, we can thin a little bit still. We can take Aegislash out of here. We do not need him at all. And we can research. Bit unfortunate, but we're still okay, I think. We can do this, and we can Intrepid Sword. Yeah, we get some stuff there. We've got Boss's Orders, so if we want, we can switch out. We can actually... Well, I shouldn't be showing everything. But yeah, we can do some stuff next turn. Okay, so we get Marnied. No big shocker there. Steel Fist us. So he gets to search his deck for a metal energy and attach it to Lucario. Heavy Impact can do 150, so he can't 2-shot us. If we can hammer, we can whiff. Attach there. And we will thin. Show him what a terrible hand we have. Grab Eldegoss. And we'll Ultimate Ray for the 180. Or 150. Right, because he's taking 30 less damage. I gotta remember that he has taken 30 less damage for all of his hits for the rest of the game. We'll start building up the other Zacian, because Mawile can't deal that much damage because he's not filling up his bench. Mawile's not a great attacker in this matchup. But we can still 2-shot him here. We can still do another 150. He can try and stall us, though. That's a good strat. He hasn't taken any prize cards, though, and we're still taking an extra prize card for knockouts, so if we get this guy down, we can... he can actually try to knock out our Zacian. That's not a bad move. And he's going to switch, and he's going to boss his orders up to Zacian. Or he can knock this out too. He can do either. Yeah. Now we can't actually get this knockout because he's got the goggles on. So we need to try to hit around this guy. I think we have a boss's orders in the discard. Yeah, we got 1 in there. Yeah, we'll bring this up. We top deck the boss's orders. Wow. That's lucky. What's a little unlucky is that he can 1-shot us. We still gotta build up another Zacian. So this is not over by any means. We'll see what happens, but we'll knock this out. We'll get our 4 prizes. Well, there's our two of our energy switches that we could have used earlier. He's still got to get 2 knockouts. And we're looking to get a boss's orders and one-shot one of these guys with this action. So we've got a lot to do. We do have 3 metal saucers still floating around, so we definitely can do this. We're going to bring out Crobat first because we need the metal saucers. Top deck the boss's orders. That's big. I think we use it now. We're gonna Dedenne. Yeah, so we'll bring up the Zacian. And we will Dedenne. See what we get from that. We got the switch. We got a metal saucer, but we did not get. We needed 2 metal saucers or an energy. We didn't get it. So if he has switch and boss's orders, and this game it's over realistically. But we'll bench this just in case. And we'll Intrepid Sword here. I don't think we're gonna get an energy. Yeah, so the other metal saucer was in the next 3 cards. So the next card looked like. Yeah, well played. 1 card away. Ugh. It's alright though. We played our best. We did our best. We did pretty good this tournament still, I think. Yeah, so we get to 2nd place. It's always when you call out when you're on a win streak. So that puts us at 18 points for 8 tournaments. So I want to add another function here. I want to add here, insert function average of all of this. So right now we're averaging 2nd place. We're averaging 3 points per turn. Are we? Oh no, average of all of it. How do I do that? Oh, I think it's A. Semicolon A. Okay, 2.25. So then I'll do another insert function, which is sum. Basically, I want to do this times 50. See what pace we're on. So right now we're on pace to finish with about 113 points. So that's pretty cool. But that's, we're still very early.